this assignment. So first thing you need to do is hit the Google Drive folder right here. We have a set of videos that you're going to need to download. So if you go right up here to where it has the little down arrow and you just hit download, you can see that it's going to start preparing the zip file, and the zip file will begin to download and go eventually into your downloads folder over here. So once it goes into your downloads folder and it's all ready, you're going to click it and it's going to unzip it, and you're going to open up your iMovie. Your iMovie looks a little different. It doesn't have the white in the background, which is perfectly fine, but that's the way that mine is. So next, what you're going to do is, as I said, you are going to unzip that file, which for some reason hasn't shown up for me. So let's try this again. Let's go into my downloads and go from there. Alright, so I'm going to double click on this. Once I double click on that, you can see that the archive utility opens up. It is going to unzip my files. Once it unzips my files, they are going to open up, and then I'm going to just drag them right here. Yes, you can technically hit this import media button, but for some reason on our computers in our classroom, if you do that, it crashes iMovie. So do yourself a favor, open up your Finder window. It should automatically pop up after you unarchive this. Highlight all of them by clicking and dragging up. Drag them over here to import media and just drop them. Sometimes it gives you a little trouble, so let's try that again. If it doesn't do it here, see how it turns red? The other option that I could do is just drag it down here to the media down here, and it should automatically put them in here for me. So if I click up here where it says My Movie 8, then you'll, in my case, it's My Movie 8. For you, since it's your first time opening, it'll just say My Movie. So you can see that all of these are now in here. They are not necessarily in order. I actually purposely did the videos out of order. So what you need to do as an editor is always watch your videos and see what they are. So you can do that by just clicking on the first one and then hitting the space bar, and you can see how over here on the right it starts going through. So the idea of this is that we have a student sitting at the desk. They stand up, they walk around the desk, walk over towards the door, let someone in, and then close the door behind them. That is your goal. You're going to use each of these clips in order to cut them down. You can see that there's actually 11 clips here. Technically, you only need 10 in order to complete this, but that's pretty much it. So in my case, what I have is my first one right here. I am going to drag this down, and I'm going to get Shamar here where he first is noticing me, so I'm going to come here. We have the prompt Command B in order to cut this. B is in Bob. So Command Bob, B. And I'm going to let this go through, and then I'm going to see where Shamar starts to push his chair back, because I'm going to then switch to the next clip, which is where he actually pushes his chair back. So right here, to me, is where it looks like he pushes it. So I'm going to, again, Command B in order to cut that down. The other option to cut that down is to just drag the side and bring it to where I wanted that to cut. Next, I'm going to drag this down. I'm going to, again, check to make sure that it's sliding, which it is. And then what I'm going to do is you can actually see right where his rear end lifts off the chair, I'm going to stop it right there, because I know in my next clip, because I watched all of these already, I know that I can cut the rest of this and switch to where his rear end gets off the chair right here. So the other way, instead of dragging and bringing it down, if you're having a hard time with that, you can just hit the little plus sign as long as your cursor is at the very end. So now here, there's all this extra. Again, I'm going to scroll over until where his butt is just leaving the seat. That's where I cut it at the end of the last one. And then I'm going to wait until he's just about off screen, and right about there, I'm going to cut it again. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm leaving a little bit to the imagination of like him transitioning. You can see how nice and smooth that is. If you want a little preview, go to the beginning, hit the space bar, and you're going to see that we can see a nice little transition here. Nothing too jarring, nothing too fast. And then I would go through the rest of the clips, make sure I put them all in order. To not waste your time, we're going to act like I'm finished this entire thing. You then are going to hit the share button up here. You're going to hit export file. You're going to call this mini edit. Then you're going to hit next. You can leave all the rest of the stuff the same. You can see it's saving to my desktop. Hit save. After I hit save, you're going to notice that up in this top right hand corner, there's a circle. Once the circle is all the way filled, it's going to disappear, and that means that your video has completely exported. You have to wait until that completely does that before you upload your file. Otherwise, you're going to upload an incomplete file. Because this is so small, it should be really small, so it shouldn't take that long. Once you're done, go back to the assignment. Go to View Instructions. Over here, it should have Add or Create. You're going to Add or Create, File, Browse, choose the file off of your desktop, upload it, and you're done. The one thing is make sure you add your name to your mini file. I forgot to say that, just so I know whose is whose if I look in the folder. But other than that, that's the project. It's a nice little mini edit tutorial just to show you what to do. Some English written out directions and also in Espanol. So if you have any questions, please let me know, but good luck.